Civil rights leader and two-time presidential candidate Reverend Jesse Jackson died peacefully this morning, according to a family statement. The Baptist minister was hospitalized in November after being diagnosed with a progressive, life-threatening neurological disorder similar to Parkinson's disease. Born in Greenville, South Carolina, he rose to prominence during the civil rights era, joining Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s voting rights cause in 1965. He was just feet away when King was shot and killed on the balcony of the Lorraine Motel in Memphis. Jackson founded what would ultimately become the Rainbow Push Coalition on Chicago's South Side. Its goal was to diversify workforces and to register voters in communities of color nationwide. Jackson met with Pope St. John Paul II a number of times in the 1980s and 90s to advocate for human rights causes at home and abroad. And in the 1980s, Jackson ran the first viable presidential campaign by a black candidate in the United States.
The only time that we win is when we come together.
He really did help bring the awareness of the Black political struggle forward. And I don't think that we can underestimate the impact of him, just the act of running. He wasn't fully successful, but I don't know if that mattered.
For the presidency of the United States.
He was once an outspoken pro-life advocate, at one point even endorsing amending the U.S. Constitution to ban abortion. But later, when running for president, Jackson reversed himself, pivoting to a more aggressive stance in support of abortion. On Truth Social, President Trump weighed in on Jackson's life, saying, "I knew him well long before becoming president. He was a good man with lots of personality, grit, and street smarts." Jesse Jackson was 84 years old.